All right.
There we go.
Did you count
it? I tried to. And
you tried to count to 5?
The same amount of claps that I get with like ex-girlfriends with the clap.
Okay, dude.
The fuck are you talking about?
You are so great. So I'm here with Stormhouse, and this is the 20th episode of the Psychic Wave podcast.
Congratulations.
No, thank you. Thank you guys for coming
Here
on.
we are, senor.
And why don't we just have you guys introduce yourselves?
My name is Ozzy Chong, and I slap at the bass.
My name's Marky, and I sing.
My name's Isaac, and I play drums.
Oh my god, they're so fucking boring. My name is fucking Noel. I'm the guitarist. And
Your first name is fucking.
My fucking name is Noel. My fucking name is fucking Noel.
Fucking
So
Noel.
yeah, so it's fucking Noel. And what I do, I write songs. That's what I do, dude.
He tries to write them.
He tries to write
We
songs.
just perfect them.
Oh, man. Jabs already.
There's no Neosporin for that burn.
This is going to be good.
If it wasn't for us, this guy would be nowhere.
Okay, fair enough.
He is part of the FBI.
That is it. That.
I don't know. I feel like he's
Little-
infiltrated. Oh, that's nice. Mulder.
Little fox molder right
Yeah.
there. Boom.
He does the, he writes. We do the arrangements, so, yeah.
Boop. There we go.
Very nice. Yeah, so I first saw you guys at a Death Club thing. We talked about it a little bit before we started this podcast.
Did you stick around when they put holes in the walls?
Well, yeah, I had to.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't get to play, so we were waiting.
I didn't
And,
know that happened.
Yeah, the
You didn't
fuckers
see?
are kicking holes in the walls and shit.
No.
Yeah, somebody like I guess there were a lot of underage like drinkers there,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and so they couldn't control their liquor and started having too much fun, kind of like aggressively moshing. Where like it's not really they're not moshing because of the music, they're moshing because they want to like be like aggressive and
they
wild.
turned violent, yeah.
Yeah, they just this is crazy. We're
Yeah,
having so much
exactly.
fun.
Well, this is a funny thing because when me and a couple of these guys were out here, when we were outside, there was a guy that actually fucking tried to, what was it? He tried to give us his fucking weed because, do you remember when it got rolled? When there were, the cops all decided, boom, they
I
all
remember.
swarmed.
I didn't get to play. I was pissed. I remember.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
And I'm so fucking sorry because
No, it's fun. We had a good time still.
It
We got to
sucks.
see you guys. It was great.
Sucks. But yeah, there was a guy that swarmed up. He's ready to go. What did he say? He's like, "Hey, do you want my weed? Here's my like 40 sack of weed or how, like I mean it was a substantial amount.
Oh,
of weed
yeah.
that he just wanted
We were in
to
the
give
parking
us.
lot. We're putting gear away, and this
He just
guy
wanted to
was
give it
like,
to us.
he
was paranoid he was gonna get caught.
he had like a fucking
was
eighth or
insane.
like an ounce of weed on him, and he was just like, "Hey, do you guys want to smoke some weed?" And we're just like, "Nah, man,
no,
we're good.
dude.
We're about to
No.
bounce." And he was like, "Do you guys want to hang on to it?" And we're like,
You see the
"Nah,
cops
we
out
don't."
there?
no." The whole fucking place was swarming with cops. We were just like trying not to take any paraphernalia from anyone. This guy was trying to like obviously get rid of it, but
Or you never know. He could have been an undercover cop.
could have.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan.
We told him to throw it away, and he's like,
Give
"Get the
him a
fuck
little
out of
twist
here!"
to
And he
it.
like walked away.
He's like, we're gonna smoke it all, or
He's like, "I'm not." He's like, "Get the fuck out! I'm not throwing this shit away."
I'm not gonna keep Marky out of this because I'm pretty sure Marky was freaking out over this. Remember? You freaked out over this. You're like, I don't know if I can make it home tonight.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, because
I
we're
was
all-
fucked up out of my mind.
because we were all locked in there.
Huh?
Because we were all locked in there.
Yeah, well, no, because the cops were all outside and I was
Oh.
pretty drunk. And
Oh.
I
laying
was
in bed at
wasted.
that point.
And-
actually.
Maybe less than sober. But I won't say at that moment in time. Just may or may have not been sober at that moment in time.
Yes,
She
I
was
was
freaking out
intoxicated.
about driving home that night.
That did happen.
Yeah.
She threw a tantrum. We were just like,
I didn't
"Let's just
throw a
go home.
tantrum.
Let's get out of here."
Yeah.
It was a long night. It really was. Holes in
great,
the walls. Fire department. It was just time to go
That's
at that
fun.
point.
So supposedly it was that the fire marshals were called because people were spilling out onto the street, and there were like way too many people in there,
Yeah.
which makes it for a great show.
Yeah.
So I was like super pumped to play.
Naturally.
Wow,
yeah.
that just like popped in my own ear. But it was like super fun, like to be there. But then it got weird. People were getting in fights. Band Aparte, the guys were like, when the other people were getting thrown out, they tried to like take the guy's bass guitar or something. Did you guys see that?
No.
They were like stumbling, getting
Little
thrown
guy?
out. Yeah, and they were like getting like thrown out and stuff, and it was pretty fun.
No
Hey,
shit.
you should put these on.
Oh, boom! Get a little.
Yeah,
action in
get the
there.
room sound. You're a very vocal person, and I don't mean to be mean, but
No, absolutely not.
when you
No,
have
no.
those on, you'll be
Great.
able to hear like exactly what the audience is going to hear,
Get that
and so
very cool little reverby, like get that slap backy sound.
yeah,
That I appreciate very much.
no, because it gets loud, and we want to be able to hear what each person has to say. But when people are talking over each other, it kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Gets a little
Yeah. So you get to be a producer today.
Mm,
You get to hear the room sound and like make sure everybody's levels are
look at that,
correct.
everybody.
Just don't spill my
I-
water, man.
just-
Not on the
Don't-
mic.
Don't spill my water.
Not on the mic, dude, because, you know,
So
it's a nice mic.
you guys have on your Instagram like
got it.
3 shows coming up. Where's that at? I just briefly looked at it.
Tomorrow night we're playing at 4th Street Vine in Long Beach, and then
Nice.
the following Friday we're playing at the Republic in Fullerton, and then on the 2nd we're playing the Redwood
Cool.
in downtown LA. So
Do you guys
Pretty
know
exciting.
Bundy? They're from Long Beach.
no,
They're really cool guys. You should try to get a show with them. They have a CD release coming out on the 20th. But man, like when you see them play, it's like
What do they sound like?
awesome.
they're very post rock influenced, but they've got a wide variety of sounds. It's cool because they have like synths and but it's guitar oriented. And
Okay.
the guy's just a
Very
fucking
cool,
performer, Nani, the lead singer, and he's like the nicest guy to know. And he's always playing shows around Long Beach if you want more shows down there.
Nice. We'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they're really fun guys.
Bundy.
Oh, yeah.
Bundy,
Is it
yeah.
Bundy
Mhm.
or IE?
Why?
Why? Okay.
And
Al
huh?
Bundy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you guys played the Republic before?
No,
That's
we've
it.
been there a couple of times though. Well, I've
So
been there.
yeah, I'm trying to
get lined
Well,
up
that's
there.
where we're playing.
Yeah.
It's
next
26th.
Friday. That's what
Yeah.
we're talking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to come to that one because I haven't been inside there.
Yeah,
But,
you should check it
um,
out. It's pretty cool.
I'm always at Giovanni's Pizza.
Oh, cool!
So-
I had a few friends that used to work there. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
fun little hangout. But yeah, I was talking to Miguel from what's his band's name? Not Control. Control's his solo project. Channel.
Mm.
But he's played at the
Okay.
Republic before, and that's like his
Cool.
hangout area ish. It's right down the street from him, and he was saying it's a lot of fun. But it's hard to get the room sound right there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I heard too.
So- And it's like
What's the setup like as far as like the room? Like, is it a hallway? Is it just one big wide squared room?
one big
Been there
room,
before.
and
It's where
is there a
Notes played.
stage?
Collier?
Oh, that place.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Is there a
Okay.
stage?
There isn't a stage. They set up on
Yeah.
the floor.
I've heard it's a little
Yeah.
rough there, but like
Yeah,
if
it's
you guys
really divey.
are able
yeah.
to sound check, or or just have somebody like a really good buddy of yours like be there and
Just monitor.
yeah. I don't know what it's like there, but I was asked
This
to
corner
play.
sucks. This corner sucks. Don't fucking play. Not right this corner. Just let's move
Yeah, it's
it
hard,
this
man. I
way.
mean, really, that's how it is. Though.
I mean,
like,
you
if the-
have to hone in on it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a very I mean, it sounds geeky and shit, but you have to fucking like get scientific with it. You have to sort of like,
I love getting scientific, dude. I love that.
like it's that kind of stuff. So it's like, okay, well, I'm getting
Is that
I'm getting
your
these
what?
really
what-
beautiful slaps from here. I'm getting these beautiful. Like this is where I get the reverb. Like,
oh yeah,
okay,
man.
all
So
right.
is that your expertise,
Crescendo
being
sound.
scientific in the band?
Not so much. I'm
Not
a
so
massive drunk.
Okay, he's the massive drunk. What are you?
It's the dude in the back.
The dude in the
Whatever
back,
you need done, I get done, baby.
the classic bassist. I lay it down. I get a job done.
No, but
I play the mysterious. Do you play the mysterious role and get all the girls? Is that it?
I don't think you're serious. It's boring.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, but you
yes, he does.
you gotta play to your strengths, so you play it as mysterious. You got nothing to
See
say.
how that works? Because Night at Conti,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But yeah, so I saw you guys, and like I said before, you guys were a nice break between the bands because you had a different sound than everybody else. Everybody else kind of blended a lot. I noticed there's a big desire to like reverb the shit out of things and have that atmospheric guitar tone from most bands right now, or a lot of bands right now. And it's fun to listen to, but I think it, like, not talking shit on the other bands that are there. I'm sure I do it from time to time too. But then you guys came out with like, it was like in your face fun rock. You know what I mean? Like, and that is like, when I'm drinking, I want in your face fun rock. And it was really fun, and I really did like it. And then I liked you guys' shirts too. That was fun. And you were like the only people that brought shirts, and I was like, yeah, this band knows what's up.
Thank you.
I mean,
yeah, we had a little merch set up.
yeah,
I don't think anyone bought any shirts.
Doesn't
that
matter,
night,
man.
but-
It looks good. It shows that like you guys have your shit together. And
Trying.
yeah, but like
With this guy, yeah.
Well, with the-
so it's like it's 3 musicians and a baby. That should be your new name.
No, it's like one musician
Oh my God,
and then
that should
3
be our
babies.
EP.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but it's no, it's nowhere even
I
near
like
that. Like, in my personal opinion, I always thought this. It's like I give myself creative freedom, like, and I'm very stubborn about it.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I just, like, that's my thing. You guys do everything else, and all these guys, like, fucking do so many other things that are so much more important than just the musical aspect of it.
Well,
And,
a band is a.
It's
I mean, it's
it's a unit. It's
Yeah.
a fucking, like, I mean, there's different. It's multifaceted. It, like,
Yeah.
There's.
I like it when you have people in bands and like everybody in the band has like really different music taste, and then you like find out who they like, who their favorite bands are, and then you hear them play, and it's weird. You can hear like the mix, and it's like, I don't know. I love that shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. Fuck yeah. Okay, like.
I'd say that's how we are. Like,
Yeah. So
we're all living-
your singing style I like a lot. So like, who are
Oh,
you
thank you.
influenced by?
The Cramps, mainly X. Those are like my 2 favorite
Nice.
bands. So.
Yeah, those are good bands.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I liked that you guys' vocal levels was like on point for that show that I saw, and like lots of times the vocalist is like drowned out. I don't know why that happens. Maybe like people don't like speak up about their mic levels and stuff like that, but I mean, I think people forget, like, I don't know, with garage rock or punk, that like the voice is a melody like on top of everything else.
Mhm.
And like if you can't hear it, it's like you're missing a part of everything, but you've got a very distinct voice that's
Thank you.
really it adds to it. And then you had the mic levels, so it was like we got to hear the full band, which was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
One of you have an orange guitar or orange something?
I used to have an orange bass.
Orange bass.
I'm sorry, orange bass. What the fuck am I talking about?
Orange amp?
Orange bass. Yeah.
I don't know, it could have been.
I'm rocking an orange bass. No, I used to have an orange AC-15. Or the God damn, I'm retarded right now. I used to have
Orange amp.
an orange.
Orange something.
8200.
An orange banana. An orange apple.
I had an orange like AC-200. I keep forgetting.
I don't know what
the precise name of it was, but it was the 200, and there was also the Tiny Terror. So I did that for a fucking long time, and I really, really fucking loved it.
Orange is fun. That was my first guitar amp that I ever got. It was an orange.
Was it really what model?
I don't
There
know.
we go.
It was
Here I am trying to figure out what model I'm fucking playing on, and I'm asking.
Do you like models? I like models.
Is that a real question? Yeah,
I feel like you're trying to sip your coffee to like get even just minutely close to his level, so that you can like keep up.
There's
for
no
the,
way.
There's no way.
No. Come on, man. I mean,
So you seem like a combination of like Adderall and booze to me, in a fun way, but Am I accurate?
I've just
Or is it Coke?
I look.
Tell me.
This is a whole fucking thing about it. It's just honestly, I love to do music, and I've become so passionate about it,
Mhm.
and I get so utterly fucking pissed over certain things. Like, I don't know, I just become the fucking curmudgeon that Phil Spector. I feel.
Are you
like
comparing
a-
yourself to Phil Spector right
I
now?
want to. I really want to right now.
We all want to, man, but
because
you got to put it in years. I mean, you guys are a good band, but I don't know if I can.
And
You're
I want to
Phil
throw
Spector?
myself there because prior to that, I mean, I want to throw names out there. I'm like, okay, well, fucking some of the Clinic years, fucking having Ty Segall play my guitar, like having him borrow that shit. You remember that? I
He's
know
still,
you know
he's
that.
still playing that guitar, sadly.
That
He hasn't
is-
got a new one since.
I haven't had any one since. No.
Wait. What happened, Ty Segall and the guitar? There's a story here. Let's go on that tangent.
All right. So
If we're gonna go off tangents, let's pick one.
So Michael and fucking what was it like in the Moonhearts? Like Ty.
Yeah, I think it was during the Moonheart days.
It was
Yeah.
Moonheart and it was like Vomit Bomb. There was like a bunch of bands that we used
Vomit
to play.
Bomb. That's a fun name.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of fucking bands that used to play in fucking Santa Ana, just wasteland Santa Ana.
Hmm.
And yeah, fucking.
So is that where you
Ty
guys?
Segall.
So you guys did a show out there, and he needed a guitar.
He did. Yeah, he needed the fucking guitar, and it was really cool because I'd love to like give him a high five for it. It's like it's okay, do it, man. Because there's that beautiful camaraderie, right? Because like nobody.
There
ever
should
feels
be,
like,
man. Yeah.
Nobody ever feels fucking like a rock star. They fucking like really make me.
Just for the record, I fucking hate it when drummers ask for my gear. I'm
Oh,
just
dude.
like,
Okay.
don't even bother. I'm sorry. LA bands, get with it.
No.
Get with it.
It's totally true, man. Like, our drummer, he's got a really nice setup, and when we were gonna play the show with you guys, it was funny and I don't hold a grudge against the guys because I'm not a drummer, but the NARS first they sent a hot girl over to us to ask if they could use our cymbals, and so
That's the
Again,
worst.
another
No,
scenario where
that-
they send
that-
the girl.
yeah.
That's the worst.
That
God.
was
So they
What
sent-
a
They're
waste of
sending girls
guys.
to you guys a lot.
Pussies.
What?
They're sending a lot of girls to you guys for stuff.
That's okay. That's
Okay, so you're not
I won't
complaining.
fight that.
Okay,
I won't
okay.
fight that.
Mr. Steal Your
As long as
Girl.
you're okay with it.
Oz is okay with that.
Mr. Steal Your Girl over here.
But so it was like so they sent a hot girl over, and it was first like, hey, can we use your cymbals? And our drummer was like, yeah, sure, like it, whatever. And that was gonna be our first show as Psychic Wave. So we were like,
Oh, cool.
really like, we wanted to make a good impression and like not make enemies because somebody use your cymbals, whatever. And then like as the night went on, more hot girls kept coming up to us, and they were like, so can they use your snare? And they were like,
Where's the drummer?
sure. And then at the end, it was like 30 minutes before they were supposed to go on, another hot girl comes up to us. Are they able to use like the whole kit? Would that be okay? And then our drummer was like, can you get the drummer of whoever this band is? And he came up to us and they talked, and he was like, hey man, like you can use the drums, but you should like just ask me, like, and it's not gonna be weird. And I'm not a drummer, so that doesn't piss me off because like I can't imagine a scenario where somebody asks to borrow my guitar. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's like a difference in the instruments, but it just seems like people backline a lot more with drums.
Backline's always up in the air with that because you just don't know what to expect,
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, I don't mind it. I don't mind loaning gear out as long as they, their approach is nice about it,
Mhm.
and they aren't dicks and they don't break anything, I mean,
Yeah. Well, I think my whole thing has always been like, if I'm gonna borrow something from somebody and I break it, like you got to be able to like buy them a new one.
yeah, you got to
Like
replace it
within
That's-
a week. Like you
Yeah.
got to have the money to
Yeah.
be able to do that, or else you're like really putting.
Absolutely.
If you're
Yeah.
putting a band that's playing like shows pretty often, like you guys, like somebody breaks your snare and they can't replace it for a month because they don't have money. It's like, they're fucking with your shit. Like you're not able to play shows for a month.
Yeah.
Like it's such a bummer. But so they played the show. It wasn't a big deal to me. It probably was to our drummer. But and then it got shut down like right before we were supposed to go on, and it was like whatever. I guess that's rock and roll.
I remember
You
like
gotta
halfway,
make it work. No. Honestly,
like halfway into the NARS set, they shut it down.
Yeah.
And then some fucking idiot kid was like, "Hey, shut the fuck up!" And he's
Yeah.
like, "If we don't shut up, the cops aren't gonna go away." It's like, dude, the cops they're ready to kick
Yeah.
everyone out. Like, there's no way this function is gonna continue.
The cops
Like,
are
it's
gonna be
done.
like, you know what? They were really quiet in there. Let's just leave.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, this is the thing that's so absolutely fantastic and
Maybe if we be
amazing
quiet,
about this
they'll go
whole
away.
shit
I feel like I was
about
in
it,
high school all over
right?
again in that
Because
scenario.
it's
What
the
was that?
fact that
I felt like I was in high school all over again. in that
Yeah,
scenario.
it
I
was
like,
kinda-
fuck, these are house parties.
Yes.
Oh yeah, wait,
Yes.
I'm 27.
But house parties are like really fun though.
yes, dude, you're totally
Why am I
right, yeah.
here?
I hope to always play like house parties from time to time. They can be like super
yeah.
fun.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
So-
totally.
But it's better when like you know the place is not going to get shut down.
Exactly.
The funny
Yeah.
thing
That way
about
everyone
it-
can play.
But this is always the fucking funny thing about it. It's
Always?
that yes, and it's this. It's that you always have someone like owning up to it. They're always like, hey, party people, we should probably quiet down and just make
Well,
sure
yeah,
that
I
the
mean,
cops don't.
You
fucking
got
do anything."
alcohol mixed with like 200 different minds. There's going to
Yeah.
What are you gonna get?
a lot
Fuck
of
you! Shut the fuck up! Fuck you! Yeah! That's what you're gonna
I want
fucking
I
get.
want you guys to make an album and that should be the opening. And then have you know those like those fire station bells, those like really loud like what? You should have him do that. Fuck you, shut the fuck up. If we don't shut up right now, the cops are gonna go away. And then the bell, and then like just go into something like really hard.
Oh my god, I distinctly remember the fucking the Death Gal girls.
The Death Gal girls.
Death gal.
Death Girl
Girl.
crew.
You just renamed
Shut
them.
the fuck up! Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up!
You know what's funny? I
And it
didn't
was
know
so funny because
Saying
nobody
that. Yeah.
There's
nobody
too many
decided
people.
to quiet them
Wait,
out.
yeah.
there's no hierarchy at a party. It's like
No,
everybody's
no.
drunk.
It's a
She
free for
wasn't
all.
assertive enough either. Yeah, she was
Absolutely.
like-
I didn't know a lot of them are still underage.
Oh shit! Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, dude.
Oh no!
What did I
You asked about
Ozzy?
what's up with those Death Gal girls? Death Club, whatever.
I heard
I
those
was
Death
talking
Gal
earlier, and I
girls.
was like, dude, they all look super fucking young.
Yeah.
I mean, they are. They're like. I mean, the oldest of them's 23, but I didn't know a few of them because they're always at the Continental, and a few of them are under 21.
Oh yeah.
2 of them are,
Mhm.
and I was like, man,
And they make it in there and they host gigs
Yeah.
there.
I mean, it's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't. As far as I know, or when I've been around them, they haven't been like. I don't know. There's always a stigma that people give like all girl groups, where it's like they're either immediately jealous or immediately like just hateful of it, and so they look for stuff like, oh, they're just trying to be sluts, or like. But it was never like that when I was hanging out with the Death Club girls. They got us our first couple shows. And they were just like cool chicks that like wanted to like throw shows and like make some money and like do shit like that.
Yeah.
But then I
Yeah.
found out how young they were and I was like, fuck, I was so lame at 19. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if they're 19, but or some of them are, but I was like,
Yeah.
I was so lame. I was like listening to like dance music and like going to raves and stuff. It was so
Popping pills.
yeah.
Truth be told, that is
No, I mean, if
that
you-
that
if-
is very incredible. On that part. No, continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
no,
off.
I was just gonna say not that like if you pop pills and go to raves doesn't mean you're lame. It's just like for me in my personal history, that's such a funny part of my personal history. Like I started making like electronic music and thinking I was cool and gonna
This
be like a
dude was-
big DJ or something.
He was,
Yeah.
he was thizzing.
I was spending
You were
money
down
on
with
like
this?
weird like clothes and like headphones that I thought made me look cool. It was all so like it was just superficial.
Did you wear the candy?
Wait. What?
Yeah, I did.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
I did.
There we go. No, this needs some more dressing.
Oh, I've
So-
addressed it like 100 times. I think I've probably done in my like 5-year span of like doing ecstasy. I think I did like 300 to 400 pills.
That's nuts.
And then the last time that I did it, I had like a meltdown in Vegas and like had to be driven home at like 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
And it was fun. But
Why was it a meltdown? It was fun.
Bad X, man.
But
Why
like,
was why was it a meltdown? Why was it
well,
a
I
meltdown?
took 14 pills in one night and a bunch of Adderall, and we didn't sleep. Well, it wasn't one night; it was like a blend of 3 days of no sleep.
There
And then
we go.
eventually, my mind
Okay.
just went,
So,
"No,
yeah.
we're gonna call it quits, and
There
you're
was
gonna
a
try to
point
take
where
a
you-
shower and calm down, but it's not gonna work. And then you're gonna have a meltdown in the shower, and like have your brain like zap you like a bunch of times.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I kept getting
Oh,
brain
shit.
zaps, and it just was pretty bad.
That's scary, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that a breaking point for you? Like at
That?
that point in time, where
Yeah.
you're like, you know what? Fuck this clown shit, dude.
No,
Like,
it took, like, 4 more
I'm
times
not
of that.
into this anymore.
No. No, it was, you know what, I actually did it again at Desert Days this past year. And I just did one pill. And that was like, perfect. It was like, oh, I haven't done drugs in a long time.
Who's your favorite actor that year?
I love Sunflower Bean. They're like one of my favorite bands. And so they had some new music, so that was fun. But I saw Black Moth Super Rainbow.
Okay.
And that on Ecstasy was fucking great. It was just a bunch of like high-pitched like electronic like weird shit that was like blowing my mind. I don't know who else I saw. I saw Iggy Pop, Eagles of Death Metal. Yeah, that was
He's
really
so
fun.
great live. I saw him at Punk Rock Bowling and
Punk Rock Bowling? What?
I know.
What is
well, I know.
Boom.
Wait, really?
Marky, throw it down, throw
Yeah,
it
yeah,
down. Lay it on everyone, man.
that? Punk Rock Bowling.
Oh, it's a festival that they have in Vegas every year. I think it's in May, at the end of May. But it's pretty cool. But my roommate played, and he got us backstage, and I got to see like Iggy Pop, like
Yeah.
right in the fucking front, and
That's so
it was
awesome.
life changing.
Yeah, Iggy Pop's an animal, man. Like, he's the cornered tiger that you can't, like, sedate. Like, he just keeps going.
Yes.
So who's your roommate, or what band were they in?
He plays in Street Dogs.
Street Dogs.
Mhm.
I love Street Dogs. You get out of a concert, you get out of the corner, they're cooking up those street dogs. I love the bacon wrapped ones. The cops come, they start running away. It's great. I love them. No, Street Dogs. So.
Very cool.
Yeah, I guess like originally they were like the Dropkick Murphys, and then the singer from that band
Oh.
started Street Dogs. So
Well, that's
Yeah.
a name drop if there ever was one. It's crazy. I didn't know that.
yeah, me neither. And then I went to Punk Rock Bowling, and I was like, oh shit.
Wow, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know what band your roommate was in?
No, I knew, but I didn't know of them.
Origin
I didn't know
story.
how big they were, and then we were like going to like
Pretty
sold
cool.
out shows. I didn't know that.
It's your roommate, but they have like the
I'm-
shittiest room. It's just like a cardboard box. And they're like, yeah, I'm from a pretty popular band. I'm not talking shit on this person. This is just a made up scenario because I thought it'd be funny, but. Beer break?
Yeah.
Beer break.
I
All
think
right.
so.
How do you
We
make
can
it
totally do
you?
that.
All right.
Boom. 5 seconds, baby. 5 fucking seconds, baby. That's
5 seconds. All right, so we're
That's a
back.
long time.
We're back. And
Yes, we are.
origin story, baby.
Yeah, tell it.
How did you guys come to fruition?
It was the year 1989. Oscar and Bertha Chong.
Oh shit! Well, we're all different ages. We're actually all different ages.
Took Sweet Night down to the Monster Truck Rally.
Ozzy, how the fucking old?
And that's how you were
How
born.
old are you, guy?
From everywhere.
How old are
Are you talking about the band or individually?
I'm
Everyone?
talking about the band. Yeah.
Ozzy just took
I don't give a shit about your individual origin stories. I mean, maybe later if we like get closer, but I mean, right now this is like there's a theme to what we're doing here, and it's Stormhouse the
All
band.
right, let's keep
All right,
Monster
all
Truck
right,
separate.
Yeah.
No, I want Marky. Can you please explain this? Because I always thought it was super funny, and
Oh,
I
I said
always
no?
think this is so hilariously
nah,
funny.
dog.
No, you think that's
Okay,
what
okay,
I fucking
okay.
want you to say.
Okay, so
What?
tell the story.
How the name came about?
Oh,
Well,
we'll get there.
What is Stormhouse all about?
we need the prologue first. So
Yeah,
How did this band come about?
I think you should take that.
Okay.
It was
All
all
right.
Isaac.
All right. Well, I'll take the forefront on this bitch. All right. First and
Jesus
foremost, I was fucking sobering up, and
Obviously, it didn't work. So
It didn't work.
Here.
1 year later, same place where he's at. Okay.
okay. Well,
All right. Story goes. December of last year,
Okay.
he hits me up. We start writing music.
Okay.
By January, we start trying to form a band. I reach out to her.
And how did you guys know each other?
We've been in and out of bands for quite a while.
Okay.
Just the timing worked out. We
Yeah.
started writing music. He was showing me some ideas. I was helping with the arrangements. Reached out to Marky. She was like, nah, not down. And then eventually she was down. And then we got a bass player. We worked that out for a good year.
Was there any reason you weren't down? Like any like you didn't like the guys at the time or what?
Oh, there's a
Something like
blatant
that.
down.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a blatant down.
No, I'm good at stirring up drama that doesn't exist. But no, okay, so you asked her, she said no.
But then
Yeah.
he emailed me the tracks, and I heard the song "Breaching,"
Hmm.
and it was just something that I could envision myself.
Were there
either
any vocals
singing or
yet?
being a part of it. Yes, Noel originally had his vocals on it.
He's just so excited.
Yeah,
Anytime
I'm so
somebody says his
stoked.
name, he's like, "That's me. That's me. I'm that fucking guy."
But yeah, and then Joey and I joined the band. And then
Joey's
we
our
tried
old
our
bass
former
player.
bassist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I shake.
Did you guys have to fight?
Yes. Did we have a fight?
Ozzy took him
Or-
out.
I was
or
kidding,
did they
'cause
have
it's his
to
old
fight?
bassist.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Horrible
Horrible
Ozzy
dad
took
joke.
him out.
But
We
then-
can't, we can't talk about things legally.
Yeah.
Like a
That
fucking-
didn't work out, and then we met Ozzy, and he was already like a fan and like super supportive of like our music, and he's
That's
talented
always
musician
helpful.
on top of it. So
Yeah, we actually played with Ozzy's band
yeah,
at a show.
What was your band?
The Kid Chocolate Band. I'm
Kid
Kid,
Chocolate.
he's
Chocolate.
still a band.
He's
Kid
still
Chocolate.
he's still in
He's
that
Kid
band too.
Chocolate.
Okay.
That's his
He's-
rapping name, right?
Yeah.
Your rapper name? He raps.
Yeah.
Nice.
I spit bars.
I spit bars. I throw some fire. You know?
Hot fire.
The
Do
hot
you,
fire.
do you remember that, dude? We
Fucking-
fucking broed out
Yeah.
hard
Hard
man.
that night,
Fucking
bro.
bam. Look at that. We broed it out very.
That sounds gay.
So it all kind
Whoa,
of.
You
that
guys
is
broke
very-
down. You guys broke down.
That
on the
is, that
weekends
is
or
very
what?
marginalizing.
You were like, no,
that is very marginalizing.
That's a joke.
dude, our broing down was really important to the band. Okay, if we didn't bro down
I
that
don't even
night,
know if we would. I would be here if we hadn't have
I
broke down.
know.
so
I
let
was
them have
actually
their
really
broken.
bummed out that you guys didn't get to play that night because I
you
actually
didn't
was
know who
really,
we were or
No,
care.
no,
He had no idea.
dude.
He had no
check,
idea.
check this shit out, dude. I was like, wait a second. I was like, wait, is this like a band or is this like what? Like, what is going on with like?
No, we
Psychic
were
Wave?
actually just an act. We were gonna go up there and read people's minds, and we were gonna tap into the psychic frequency that is
But
psychic wave.
You,
At the end of the show, they throw acid.
and you know how beautiful that would have been.
Yeah.
But I was very curious to know. I was like, holy shit! Like, is this like a dude and chick band?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. So
like a
because of
you
our
know.
posts, because
Yes, exactly,
it was
yes.
it was me and my ex-girlfriend, and basically all we would do is like sit around and drink beer, and and I mean we
not a problem.
No, no.
never.
very
ever,
much in
ever
love. It was
fucking-
very very fun.
boom.
So we would just sit and drink beer in our own place, and then I was like, why don't we like start recording music so that we like can drink beer and do something and not feel like complete fucking
Yes.
losers. And
Absolutely.
so we started doing that. We filmed some music videos and like wrote some songs and put them on the internet. And then
But you guys did some really fucking cool videos.
thanks. And so our Instagram got up to 2,000 followers, and we hadn't played a single show. We didn't even have a drummer. It was me like drumming or like sending our drums out. So then our first 2 or 3 shows, people were putting us as the headliners because of our Instagram was like bigger than the other bands that we were performing with, and we had never like done anything. And so secretly I was like shitting my pants like, this is not gonna end well.
Yeah.
And then people caught on. I started being more honest about how we had never played shows and stuff, and then being more happy with the way the music was going in the band that we eventually got together. She wasn't in the band anymore, And so I was like, we'll open for anybody. We don't have to headline, and that's been so much more fun.
But that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, more so than doing what you're doing right now, which is, I mean, mind you, I think it's fucking fantastic and incredible. Like, as a musician, do you still push yourself? Like, do you still like fucking putting stuff together?
Oh yeah. I mean, every practice we run through our set. We do each song 3-4 times, and then we
Fuck yeah,
work on
very
new
cool.
stuff every time.
Okay, very cool.
The last show that we played, we did a jam this is just a jam, and we wanted to try out and maybe work into a song later, just a different style. So we do that pretty much every show. We'll do something new, or else
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I really like that nervous feeling of like playing a show and not knowing how it's gonna go, and you fuck up a lot. Like it doesn't always work out, but like when it does work out, it feels so much better. And I love that.
No, it's very cool. It's a very like.
So are you guys writing more music now, or what's you guys' plan right now? Just keep kicking out shows and melting some faces.
We're trying to record an EP.
Okay.
So we're hoping early March. We're trying to get in some recording time so we can finally put something out. That's not demo material.
Right. So are you looking for a producer or a recording space to do it, or how do you guys want to go about it?
We potentially have someone in mind,
Yeah.
But as far as like once we're through with that process, we don't know what to do after that.
Don't play coy, man.
We've been
What do you
hearing
mean?
from Diddy. And
What do you mean you do? What do you mean you don't
Treat this
know
out.
what to do after the EP? Like after, is that what you mean? Like once it's all
Well,
put
basically,
together?
when we put it out, we obviously want a gig to promote it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, get a little more merch, add a couple of things to our little setup.
Definitely
But
get merch ready.
was a little-
I think it's probably a good idea
Oh, no.
whenever the EP is done to get merch that is kind of more geared towards the EP that you just released.
definitely
Get a bunch of
Yeah.
merch for that. Set a show a month, maybe 2 months out, and just like promote the shit out of it. And then there's a lot of creaking that goes on here. Don't worry
Like
about it.
haunted?
No, it's not haunted.
Looks like the Insidious house.
But
Yeah, I was thinking that.
so you just mean that like you just haven't you want to release the EP through somebody, like through a label, or do you want to do it yourselves?
on our
no,
own.
definitely on our own.
That's better.
Yeah.
It's way better.
Just have a little more control over it, and
Yeah. And then if you guys do get picked up by some huge conglomerate, you have your back catalog that all the profits is for you guys. That happened to,
That is a very shady proposition. Doesn't
It's
it
not
seem?
shady. No, that's great. Like
That's the way to make it.
yeah.
Buy a
Yeah.
call, bonus, please.
yeah. My
oh my god,
my dad was in a band during the 90s, and they played with he was actually Gwen Stefani's he did all of her clothes. He made her clothes. He was like studying fashion at the time. So he would go to LA and he would like get fabrics and stuff and like make her clothes. But so they were playing with like Weezer, No Doubt, like all in the same area, Orange County. And No Doubt had released a record themselves because whatever corporate giant was like dragged their feet for a long time because that's what corporate shit is. And so they had that, and it wasn't really selling, and then they got like 1 or 2 big hits, and then the record that the corporate people put out really fucking skyrocketed. I think it was the Orange County record or whatever that one's called with like the
Tragic Kingdom.
Yeah, Tragic Kingdom. Yeah, I always call it Orange County. But so that blew up, and then because that blew up at all their shows, everybody was buying everything they had on their merch tables. And they just made all the profit themselves, and they had warehouses full of like their old CDs, and none of it went to the corporate people.
I
It
didn't
went,
know that about them.
it went like straight to them. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's really good to do that stuff for yourselves in the beginning, and that way you can always have that. Like you guys all own the rights to that,
No.
and then make that bank. Because CDs are although
It's
people-
not. I always
It's
thought
cheap
it
to
was-
make.
I
CDs
always
are
never
cheap.
thought it was so much
Oh,
like
cheap as
a
shit to
bank
make.
to make, but like just good
They're all
creative.
cheap as shit to make.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd rather do that than a cassette for the
I just always thought good creative art. That could
Yeah,
be
what's up with
thrown
the
out.
cassette thing? Like,
Dude,
It's just a
I have
novelty
so
thing.
many
Does
fucking
anyone own a
cassettes, and
cassette
I don't
player?
even have a cassette player.
My
the
cassette-
one that I had fucking broke. So.
The last one I had was like an Elmo
pain in the
one,
ass.
or like a little kid, like, and it had like a microphone in it too. And I was like, "I want to be a rock star." Sing it, Elmo.
It's like a little karaoke box. With
Yeah.
the tape deck in it.
I had a Power Rangers tape, and it was like every night I would listen to like the Power Rangers, and it would like, you know,
How could we even sleep? I'd be up just fucking.
I judge people based on the fucking like fast car rewinders that they own.
Those were tight.
Are you
What?
talking about?
What?
fast
I
car
know what you're talking
rewinders.
about. Those
Yeah,
are like
yeah,
the
yeah.
OG,
Yeah,
like
clearly
remote,
that is
the
indicative.
OG
that.
VHS like fucking rewinders.
Oh,
Like it was just a rewinder. It didn't do anything
Yeah,
else, but it was
yeah.
like a car, and you
Yeah.
would slip it in there, close it, and it would just rewind the tape.
Uh-huh.
I
That
never
is
how-
owned one. What
That
the?
is how I
I
judge
never had
people.
one.
That's
but
how I judge
I
people.
never
wanted
knew
one.
about
Hey man, what
I don't
what
remember those.
Me neither.
What color is your fucking tape rewinder?
Shit, I wish
Is
I
it red?
What color is your foreskin?
Oh shit!
It's a pinkish
Oh, that is
hue.
a fantastic question, right? I don't even know that answer.
You don't
should-
know the answer to that?
I really don't know.
I don't need the exact like painter's palace color and like swatch, but you can, just give me a ballpark.
I'd probably say maroon.
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 Wow, that's a red one.
Might be
Maroon.
Fucking
infected.
maroon.
It might
I
be
guess,
infected.
is probably
Maroon
more
2
or less-
inches. What?
More or less. Like it sort of like sticks to this like weird reddish look that I have to me.
All right, we're gonna just say, yeah, we're not gonna.
Next,
Is this
next
about
question.
Stormhouse or?
Next question. Next question.
So-
or Noel's foreskin.
Yeah.
So you guys want to put out your EP? Do you have song ideas or jams and stuff that you've already been working on for it, or do you want to like set aside some time and actually figure it out and start fresh?
We have a
We
good
wanted
enough.
to discuss that.
I mean, we have enough material to put out a couple EPs. It's just we're kind of taking it one at a time.
Yeah.
And we still have to figure out what songs are actually going to go into it. But
So that's a big thing for you guys to actually like decide what songs are going to go on to which ones, because I know bands that just like throw shit out all the time. I mean, throw
Yeah.
shit out as in release stuff all the time.
yeah,
And they
I
don't
mean-
really like pick and choose what goes on.
yeah. I mean, we want to take a cautious approach as to what producer we're going to work with and engineer. Kind of figure out which songs would accommodate to his style. And then just kind of go for it. From there.
So do you have like, you personally, since I'm talking directly to you right now, do you have like a record that like that sound is like a sound that you've always admired, or like that you've always like measured yourself up to?
Like a specific album,
Sure,
or
like-
artist, or
Like for me, not that I would, I'm nowhere near the musical capabilities, but like when I listen to OK Computer,
yeah,
Radiohead, like
Shit.
the sounds and the mixing and stuff on that, there's just something that like gives me a music boner.
yeah,
And
it's a phenomenal record.
Yeah.
yeah.
but so that's like a sound that I measure myself up to, or at least the sound quality, and that's why I started when I was doing recording, like mixing my vocals higher and not hiding them, kind of like that a lot of garage bands do and stuff like that,
Yeah.
because I was admiring that. So I was just wondering if there's something that you like aspire to that like mixing wise, so I can kind of get an idea of
As far as mixing, because I really don't know. As far as a specific sound that
Not overproduced or too clean.
I mean, you can
Right.
probably ask them. Because they're,
you want
they're kind of
some-
the ones. Picking and choosing. Who to work with. I'm kind of just there for the ride.
well, what about because you're a drummer, what is there an album or something that like you really love the drum sound on?
Oh yeah, plenty, man. I mean, as far as like who we plan on working with, I'm really excited because of the fact that we're kind of going to be working with a lot of analog equipment. So I want to be able to get some really fat, warm tones out of just old equipment, and
Mhm.
play around with a few different bass drums, just get some really nice bombastic, fat, warm, just
Mhm.
sound.
Have you seen what's his name? Jay Mascis. He was selling his drum kit.
Yeah,
The dude from Dinosaur Jr. And it's
Yeah.
funny, he has this like huge kick.
yeah,
This huge kick. And it just reminds me of like a Dixieland jazz band
yeah,
or something.
yeah. That's probably like a huge concert bass drum. you know,
Yeah.
just 40 inches.
And it's
you
just
know,
funny
across.
because that's like what he used for like all the Dinosaur Jr. stuff.
I think we're losing this guy at this
What
point.
are you doing
Yeah.
over there?
You got all quiet, dude. Tell me you're not on this tour.
I thought you were sleeping. I just
The
see his
beer
head.
has
Yeah.
taken hold.
Hey, don't forget.
I just
Hey,
lost
don't
them.
forget, dude.
I
We
lost
got
these
rehearsal.
fucking
Yeah, we
guys.
have rehearsal.
We have rehearsal
I lost
in 30
these guys
minutes,
a little
dude.
bit
So
a while ago.
don't
But-
forget.
No, I'm letting them speak for themselves, and just allowing them to.
Why did you break the silence? We were.
Yeah.
That's
What
Sorry.
was that?
I had to.
Oh, I guess they
I'm
I
probably
thought he
kidding,
was
I'm kidding.
sleeping. I didn't say anything.
No, I'm fucking totally fine. No, my only perspective on this thing is okay. Like, I mean, there needs to be a genuine feel for it's a little kick. You gotta get that good kick.
Are you talking about drums or are you talking about guitar?
What do you want?
So
He's asking.
I have
a
a
question.
different question. So
Okay.
you guys started basically December of basically a full year ago now,
Yeah.
right? Okay, and from where you guys came at the beginning and where you're at now, how was that for you? Was it hard to like book your shows and get stuff going, or you guys kind of pretty much just came on the scene and started giving us what we want, or what?
When we first started, we released like little teaser videos of like each track that are on our demo.
Okay.
And from there, we have friends that are promoters, and they just started asking us if we wanted to book from there, and then
Cool.
it was like a snowball.
So
after
pretty
that.
seamless, which is nice.
Yeah. So we didn't really have to like reach out.
Friends in all the right places.
Well,
Good
seamless
people.
is hardly what I call it. No. I honestly would say that it's
Well, maybe
it's
this is
definitely-
maybe it seemed like it's taken a little bit longer for you because you've been writing the music and then the band got together and then. But I mean, once the band was formed, it kind of seems like you guys pretty much just hopped on and started doing it.
It was very quick and easy.
Yeah.
It like this is very seamless. I guess it seems.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, definitely. Like when we did this, it was pretty fucking easy. But
I wouldn't say easy.
So
man.
what do you guys-
I
Come
wouldn't
on.
say that either.
It took a lot of patience on my end, like being able to.
You seem patient, dude.
I have to be, man. I'm the only one.
Well, you are a drummer.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
kind of
Yeah.
you are very conscious of all
Yep.
time at all
Yeah,
times.
we take it out, when we get a chance to play. So that's where it all comes out. So
Nice.
We've only been performing for about like 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
as a
So,
band,
as a band, yeah.
But like individually, we all have our own musical backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah.
So what is that musical background for each of you?
ooh,
Mr. Ozzy?
Ozman,
Ozman.
Mr. Man of no
the
words.
one that's fucking quiet the entire fucking night.
I've been playing bass since
Oh,
13.
cool.
Just playing for like a million different bands. I got lucky enough to play in a couple rockabilly bands. Got signed to a label, toured, and that's pretty much it. Just been
Wow,
playing
so
bass
you're
and guitar.
a little bit of a vet here. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, Ozzy probably
More than
is
us. He has more
the most
experience.
experience under his belt as far as like it being done in such a shorter period of time.
Like being more part of the system that is music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so rockabilly that you got signed? That's kind of what it was.
Started in rockabilly, then kind of got really burnt out on that, and
Yeah.
just started playing in some surf punk bands and met these dudes. Pretty
Rockabilly to surf punk is kind of
It's
a
always a natural thing.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Sorry, Alexa.
don't hurt Alexa. So what about you?
Well, I started off as a choir nerd, and then I joined a cover band when I was 20.
What kind of covers? Just any random, or was it
Cumbia,
one specific
rock en
band?
Espanol,
Okay.
oldies,
Top
classic
40.
rock, top 40.
Nice.
We'll
There's a
play
very
wedding.
it's funny because like you say you like the Cramps and X, but when I hear you sing, or when I saw you guys the one time that I saw you, there was such a classic rock vibe that like I hooked into that I really liked. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
And that it's funny because that may not be what you perceive your singing style as, but like something hooked me. You had like the classic rock hooks, which was really like fun for me to get into.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So you're doing the wedding circuit?
Yeah, doing that for a while, and then I got kicked out of that group, and then the same day I got kicked out.
Can't be doing
I
drugs at
formed-
somebody's wedding.
I know.
Not that
All that PCP. And then that day I got kicked out, I formed my old band, Spanish Daggers, and then that's
a
actually
cool
how.
name.
Thank you.
That's a really cool name.
And then that's actually how I originally met Isaac.
Okay.
He joined that band,
Yeah,
and then he quit, and then we all kind of threw in the hat. So.
Yeah.
I only lasted 4 months, and I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Why fuck
And I
this?
haven't.
Yeah, it just
Wasn't
We
sitting
wasn't
right?
for me.
professional.
It wasn't for me. I had a different background going into it.
Yeah.
And what
I
was
thought
that?
one thing, and realized it was another thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I knew what I wanted, and everyone else was kind of just like trying to figure out what they wanted.
Okay.
We were-
So what was your background?
Well, I've been playing drums since I was 9 or 10, and actively playing in bands since 13. Just in and out most of my life. And
Do you have a favorite style?
no, it's hard
That's
to
not-
pinpoint.
Yeah, that's funny. I
You
noticed a
know.
lot of drummers are like that.
Yeah, like if I just stuck to one style, then that would just be
You'd
boring.
probably be a
Yeah.
shitty drummer.
Not,
You know what I mean?
yeah, probably, or
Yeah.
just a really good punk
Probably.
drummer. Just
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
fast all
Right.
the time. But
Like our drummer is in his 40s. And
nice.
he was playing with my dad's band. And we were looking for drummers and trying people out. And they were just so sloppy and like didn't understand like
Theory.
yeah, and
Yeah.
kind of like the riffs we were playing, they didn't really hook into like what kind of sound it was. But then
Uh-huh.
I was like,
There's no feel.
there's no feel. But
Yeah.
then this guy, it's so funny. He comes and he's just like immediately like makes us so much better than we are.
Yeah.
And so every time we play with him, I feel like I'm like constantly trying to impress him or constantly trying to make him not quit the band.
Yeah.
But he's having a really, really good time. But I mean, he's one of those drummers that's played so many different styles that like he can do anything.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I think the drummer is like if I see a great band and like the music writing is great, but then the drummer is like lacking, I'm like, fuck this band, dude.
Yeah.
This is so like there's no punch, but sometimes
Yeah.
there's no subtlety. Like
Mhm.
drums can be that too. So
Yeah.
having
Very
a
true.
drummer that's just so much better than we are is like it's made me so happy to have a really good drummer.
I feel like having a good drummer is important.
Super, super important. That's why I like I like this band Iris for many reasons, but their drummer is just like I swear to God, he's a fucking machine.
Really?
Not like a drum machine. I mean, just like he could do it all.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
Oh shit.
What's
Comes
your?
down to
What's
me.
your? I guess we're doing personal origin stories now.
Yeah, no, like one of my massive fucking influences, and this guy will be pissed about it, but it's fucking Crass. It's Crass.
So you are
I
a crust
genuinely
punk.
think.
Crust punk.
Crust punk.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying crass. I was like, just say it.
No, it is nowhere near like that. I've had this conversation with so many ex-girlfriends. Oh my god, it's always
Well, let's
like-
not get into those conversations.
Yeah,
No.
we won't.
It's
But-
So crust punk.
But it's just my fascination with how these bands like just how like like these sorts of sounds like this.
Their drums.
Yeah.
And I know you think I must be
No.
batshit insane,
The
No.
but
marching
honestly,
band.
like that's where the fucking sounds come.
No, I
from.
get. I honestly do understand what you're saying, but like for people that listen to this that aren't in bands, they're not gonna know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, I must be batshit.
Elaborate.
immediately agreed.
Insane.
He immediately
Yes.
agreed. Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
Um,
Yes.
But that's where I come from, and it's just I've stopped giving a fuck about it. So it's just one of those things that I guess, I have to sort of agree with other people with it.
That's what a band is, man. And I'm super fucking excited to have had you guys on here.
Thank you.
Thank
And,
you for
um,
having us.
We're gonna wrap it up,
Appreciate it.
and
Always wrap it up.
I'll go to the public. What'd you say? Always wrap it up. PSA from Stormhouse. Always wrap it up. There is a syphilis outbreak happening right now in LA.
With koalas also.
HPV.
Is there really?
Watch out, man.
Fucking chlamydia in koalas. was.
Ooh,
That's a thing.
them fuckers. You know they're only awake for like 3 hours out of the day, and they're
What do you think
still
they're
getting
doing?
STDs. You know? The 3 hours that they're awake, eat for 20 minutes,
Nice.
fuck for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Then you get the
impressive.
then you eat for 20 minutes. Then you take a nap.
Yeah. Take a 22 hour nap.
A 22-hour nap. So sweet.
But yeah, thanks for coming on, guys. And I'll go to the Republic because I need to see that spot. And I want to
Thank
see you
you.
guys again. And
Be our
When's
sound
your
guy.
next show?
Be our sound guy. You know, be the dude. You know,
You'll be the dude in the back.
I'm not kidding. If you guys need me there to do that, I'll do that for you.
really, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
We'll have to exchange numbers.
How?
Yeah.
It's not.
Because you're the one who was like, dude, you got. You know, you brought up the fact that that place needs adjustment. to
I
the sound,
haven't
to the
been
room.
there, but every time somebody's told me that they played there, it's been like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I've seen a show there, and it was rough. Like,
Yeah.
the PA was rough. You know, it's just like
Dude,
everything was
yeah,
like fast paced.
I would love to help you guys out.
We'd
That's
appreciate the
Yeah,
help.
we'd appreciate
We need
that.
we need a team. That's what it is.
But
We need
when's
help.
your next show?
February 9th, which is funny because we're playing with
Where?
Fume and the NARS. Actually,
Oh,
I
cool.
didn't even confirm it with
Oh.
them. But they're the ones that need like the drum set. No, it's funny because I have nothing against those guys. It's just a
Yeah.
funny story to me.
Yeah.
And it's at a photo place. It's gonna be so whack. I think.
Photo place. What do you mean a
Photo
photo place?
It's
like,
like
a
a-
commercial photo.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much. Like for
interesting.
wedding pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
But so I just wanted it for the challenge of like maybe we're gonna have to play quieter and figure out like our sound. But so I'm just
Adjust
I want
it
to play
too.
all the time.
Yeah,
I wanna,
cool.
So,
That's awesome.
but when's your Republic or go over your show dates?
So tomorrow night we're actually playing at 4th Street Vine in Long Beach with
Okay.
the Hurricanes, and then
With who? Sorry,
the Hurricanes,
Hurricanes.
and then
my
next
fucking
I
God.
know.
This guy.
And then next Friday we're playing at the Republic in Fullerton. with
Don't
our friends
stop.
Bull Rider.
With who?
Bull Rider.
Bull Rider. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
they were in the Continental recently.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then on the
Dude, come on.
second. Do you know our schedule, Noel?
Don't
Yeah, I
ask.
do.
When's our third show? Or where are we playing?
You know.
Okay, you just say it because I need to pee.
February 2nd at the Redwood Bar.
February 2nd at the Redwood
Yes.
Bar,
With
and
Nico
that's
Bones and Ugly
and that's in downtown LA.
Downtown LA.
Yeah.
very cool. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having us, man.
Yeah, so
Appreciate
this will be up
Thank you.
tomorrow night,
Yeah.
Cool.
and I'll send you guys the link and all that bullshit.
Hopefully.
How does this work?
It
Like, do you
sounds
just
okay.
like splice everything up, or is it just one massive conversation just thrown up there?
One massive
We're in it right now.
conversation.
All right.
Oh my god.
That's fucking awesome.
God.
How does this show work?
No edit whatsoever.
Whoa, we
Straight
have you
raw.
guys-
you up, buddy.
Have you guys seen
Kid Chocolate Band.
Almost Famous?
Oh yeah.
I like how he's like telling him, he's like, yeah, make us look cool, and he's like, I will quote you warmly and accurately. And he's like, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you,
you.
man.
Thank you so much.